Welcome to my Sunday Reset. The 2026 budget template video helps you structure your income and commitments. This 15-minute reset is where we keep it aligned. The numbers are now on the table, and now comes the discipline. But we're not here to judge the past you. We're here to set up future you for a peaceful week. Today, I'm walking you through my 15-minute reconciliation routine, and this isn't about restriction. It's about knowing exactly what I can say yes to without the guilt or guessing. So I didn't always have this system. Honestly, I used to be a total menace to my own bank account, swipe or no swiping style. The second that direct deposit hit, I was in these retail streets. I had absolutely no idea what my actual disposable income was. I saw a comma in my bank account and I thought I was good. I was swiping for coffee, nails, little treats because I deserved them, you know what I mean? All while completely forgetting that my car insurance was due on Tuesday and all these different things are coming out. So that wasn't living my best life. That was madness. And usually it ended up with an overdraft fee, transferring money from savings, and a lot of buyer's remorse, buying stuff I had no business buying in the first place. I didn't need to stop spending, I needed a stopping point. The system tells me exactly how much I can spend and when to pause. I didn't eliminate spending, I just redirected it. That's the power of the two account system, and it's simple. Account A, that's your main account. This is for bills, rent, mortgage, car note, insurance. This money is spoken for. I don't touch this account. Now account B is what I refer to as my flex account or flexible spending. So this is my allowance, groceries, gas, hair, nails, vibes. If there's money in account B, I can swipe without anxiety, and if there isn't, we stay home. Now let me show you how I can check these in 15 minutes flat. Okay, now we're back in our template, and before we get into our reconciliation, I first wanted to go through the template and share some quick tips and tricks on how to navigate through the template a little bit faster. I know we have all of the columns across the top in the 2026 view. So right now we have 12 months showing, but if that becomes a little bit overwhelming, you can easily come over here to the left, click on the number 1, and it will collapse the 12 months and only leave you with 3 months of data showing, and you still get your annual totals. The graphs sometimes get a little bit distorted when you collapse these columns. However, when you expand them again, those graphs return to their original format. So again, I'm going to click the number 1 to collapse some of those outward months, and we can also go along the rows in the template and we can collapse some of those rows. I just wanted this template to be as all-encompassing as it could possibly be to suit many of your expense needs. So for me, I don't really need the dependent deck at this stage in my life, so I am going to click the minus sign under the dependent deck here to collapse this area because I don't need it. I don't need the education area right now, so I'm going to collapse it by clicking the minus here. I don't need the pause and play just yet, but hopefully I'll need it soon. So I'm going to collapse that area. The same with professional services, health and vitality. I'm going to collapse all the areas that I don't need to plan for at this time. So I'll come back to future reserves, but I'll collapse that one as well. So now you see the spreadsheet is a lot smaller and a lot easier to manage and navigate through. So now we can get to our reconciliation area. And so there's buttons here to help us navigate to different sections of the spreadsheet quickly. And again, I'm on the 2026 tab, And so I'm going to click the transactions reconciliation. And I like to work a little bit ahead when I plan for my pay periods. I kind of go ahead and fill out what my commitments are in the transaction reconciliation area. And I kind of link this to the month that I am in the pay period that I'm currently reconciling for. So this is linked to J34, which is 227, which is February. So I kind of do that in the amount column, which is all of our committed amounts. So right now we have rent or mortgage at $3,000. That's one of our commitments. We go down, we have groceries and household supplies, incidentals, cash, some small amounts there, some amounts allotted for fuel, tolls, some buy now, pay later. Somebody's been like in Fashion Nova and Akira messing around. What else do we have? We have a subscription that's due in there. What other commitments do we have? Well, there's a big installment amount that's due there. So now we have this column, the amount column, gives us all of our commitments. So as it stands right now, we are responsible for $4,007.26 of commitments. Now, what we want to do next is scroll over to our reconciliation table, and we want to put in our starting balance per the bank. And there's little pop-up notes to kind of help you along the way with the template as well. So with us having $4,007.26 of commitments, and our balance is $3,954.14, our template will show us that we are in the red $53.12. Now, sometimes when you type in numbers and you are in the red, it's okay. It does mean you went over budget, but it's the difference between financial anxiety and financial peace. So this lets us know what area we need to focus on when we do see those red numbers, which denote, okay, don't spiral, but we'll maybe just look at next week's allowance and move some things around, and or go into our current commitments and see, okay, what can I cut to either break even or make that area go to black, which would be a surplus. So this is why the template is so important, because it lets you know where you stand. So now what we'll do next is go over into that area where our commitments are, and we're gonna say, okay, I'm $53.12 in the red. Maybe I can drop my groceries down to $150. And what does that do? That leaves us only $3.12 in the red. So then we'll take the groceries down a little bit more. So let's take it down to $140. Okay, so now we have $6.88 left over. So let's see if there's any other areas we can cut. I'm not sure, maybe fuel could be something that you could cut a little bit. The toll roads, maybe you could get up earlier and skip the tolls if you wanted to save a little bit of money there. Your buy now, pay laters, those are committed, so those are going to come out of your account for sure. And then if you have any installment plans, those are coming out of your account for sure. So it just kind of lets you know where you can have a little bit of flexibility to move things around to get yourself out of the red. So this is a part of the reconciliation process. Okay, so now what we like to do is go into the second account. So this was our main account. This is our main account, our bread and butter, where we know that these amounts need to be in our account to fulfill these obligations. So this is our main account. So this is why I move money out of that account that are flexible, like the groceries, the gas, household supplies, nails, hair, because I don't want those hard fixed items to be compromised in any way. So next we're going to talk about the flex count and how we use it with the secondary account. So now we're going to look at the flex account. This is where the T is. This is where we're going to see if Swiper came out to play this week. So I'm not just logging transactions from my flex card. The key point here, no judgment. If I see I spent $200 at Target, I don't beat myself up. I just type 200, hit enter, and the spreadsheet will do the math as we just walked through. So let's see what it does and what it does for me when I move anything flexible into another account. So what I like to do is say this 140, the 150, the incidentals in cash. I like to move that out into a transfers out bank one. So I'm going to take these values, select them all, right click, copy, and I'm going to paste those and right click paste over into the transfers out. Now it doesn't change our commitments. It just lets us know in total how much we want to put into a secondary account to manage that flexible spending. So here the same with the fuel. I'm gonna move this fuel over and paste it into the transfers out column. Let me see if there's any other flexible spending that I can move over. So the pay period when you're paying your rent, your mortgage, is a lot faster to reconcile because I know for me, it's not a whole lot left after that. So I love reconciling this pay period because it's a lot easier and faster to do. So what this will tell us in our handy dandy table over here is there's $360 that I want to move into a secondary account. So I'm going to transfer this $360 via a bank transfer, or I like to use Zelle. I'm going to transfer that money over to another account. And I'm going to use that card as I'm out and about for the week and I'm swiping for gas and groceries. And this is also my budget for the week. So this includes my groceries, gas, and my lunch. This $360 that you see here. And so that's what we have to work with for the week. So now let's continue the reconciliation. So now as we move funds out of our account or as items are clearing from our account, we want to place those items in the cleared column. So those will be subtracted from our reconciliation. So this $3,000 here in rent or mortgage, we're going to copy this over to the cleared column. Oh, that's a formula. Sorry about that. So we can actually just type it in, 3,000 here. And as we transfer out our flexible spending, those are dollars that are going to deduct from our account. We also wanted the fuel to be transferred out as well. The tolls can sit in this account because this is usually where the toll funds are deducted from. So now this tells us that once those dollars are moved out of our account, this is what we should see here. Okay, so we want to mark things that clear to let us know, okay, those things did indeed come out, but once those things do come out, we can delete them from our committed column, which is the amount column here. So say if the rent cleared, we can delete this. It's going to reduce our commitment. If we're going to transfer these dollars here into our flex spending, that means that's going to clear from this account. So we're going to delete this. And the same thing with the fuel, we will delete this. So after all of our transactions have cleared, we should get a new bank balance. Okay, so I've gone into my banking app and I've transferred these amounts, and now what remains is, so what cleared out was $3,360. that we have from our cleared total column here all the way at the bottom. These amounts are linked. So there's the 3,360. We can use this button to take us back up to the top to where we stand. So now that those dollars have come out, we have a remaining $587.26 that we are responsible for, that needs to remain in our account. So our ending balance now is $594.14. Our new bank balance, our new ending balance is $594.14. We have a fun indicator here that tells us if we are in alignment with our ending bank balance here. And the where we stand tells us if we have a little bit of coin left over or if we're in the red and we need to find some money from somewhere else. So this is the way that I use a quick 15 minutes to reconcile once a week, to keep my mind at ease and know what I have access to, what I can say yes to, and what I cannot say yes to for the week. This week looks a little struggly, actually. So, but now I know, and I know what I can and can't do. So that gives me peace and it gives me confidence to move forward and to know what things I need to change. And that's it, 15 minutes. My bills are paid, my spending is tracked, and I know exactly how much fun money I have for next week. No surprises. And if you want to use the exact dashboard I'm using, I've linked the Pretty OCD 2026 budget template in the description. It does all the math for you so you don't have to guess. And if you're still too scared to even open the app, go watch part 1 where I talk about overcoming that initial fear. Don't deny what you know.